Hey, Ashley.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. It's beautiful and sunny here, so super excited about that. Glad to see everybody coming in. How's your day going?
It's going well. It's towards the end of my day, but the West Coast in US is just waking up. So that means my day is restarting all over again. So always exciting. But again, yeah, it's beautiful and it's sunny here. And you kind of like you walk outside in the morning and it's already like nice. You don't even feel like that air when you walk outside. So I love that. That's like my perfect weather.
Nice. So you're a morning person. You're a sunrise versus sunset, or do you prefer a sunset?
Oh my God, sunrise all the way. Yeah,
I'm a morning person, but I love sunsets. That's my wherever in the world, I have to see the sunset from there. So
it is beautiful. I've learned a new appreciation for sunsets because my kids love sunsets, so they always call me to see them. So I've kind of like, through the eyes of your kids, right? Like you learn a new
yep,
appreciation. Oh, it's
that's for
so
sure.
great to see everybody coming in. Welcome, welcome. It's exciting. It's our third town hall?
Yeah, time flies. I can't believe we're already at the third.
I know. So it feels like we just did this because we had to move our April one a couple of weeks.
Right.
So we like to keep like about 4 weeks in between, but it feels like we just did this. So if you saw us a couple of weeks ago, here you are seeing us again.
It's
Welcome.
okay.
It's
I'm
okay.
like, we love to chat. We'll come chat anytime. Besides, we got new things to talk about. So it's perfect.
Exactly. We always do. And we have a very special guest today that we're going to introduce a little bit later. So I'm super excited about that. Should we get started?
Let's do it.
All right. I'm just going to share my screen here. Okay.
Little sneak peek.
I gave away a little sneak peek for our special guest this, but that's all right. All right. So welcome to our May town hall. Can't believe we're in May already. I always have to check myself because it feels like it came on way too fast. Just going to talk a little bit about what's new and exciting here at YourCoach. I should probably introduce myself. I'm Marina. I'm the CEO and founder of YourCoach. I'm here with Ashlee, who is our director of coaching operations. And some of you already know and love her just as we do. So Ashlee and I are just going to chat. We have a special guest that we're going to talk to, and then we're going to open it up for questions about what's new here at YourCoach, what's new in the industry. Just happy to answer any of your questions, hear what's going on with you guys, as always. Who we are is YourCoach. For those of you who are new and just joining us and just learning about us, we're the operating system for behavior change powered by health and wellness coaches. What that means is we have a practice management platform, which is at the heart of what we do. This platform was built for me as a health coach. This was a couple of years ago. And as I started practicing with my own clients, some of my friends who I went to school with started using it. And we're at over 2,300 coaches now using the platform, which I'm super excited about. It's fun to be growing here. But why the operating system for behavior change is because we realize the value we have. We have so many coaches that are practicing on the platform with their own clients, and we see the outcomes that your clients reach. We see how they can reach their health and wellness goals. And what health coaches may be not so great at is marketing themselves and looking for those new clients. And I always say everybody should be doing what they do best. And that's what we try to do. And that's what we actually do. We match those coaches who are practicing on our platform with their own clients. We match them with clients, members, or talent of our industry partners. And these are big companies who are looking to work with for their to surround their product or service with health coaching. And this is who we match you with. We're not a directory. We are a platform for health and wellness coaches. And it's one of the perks that coaches can earn on the platform by practicing with their clients. And that is to get matched with new clients. Again, this is a match. This is not a cold call. This is not an interview process. You don't have to sell yourself. We've done the work for you. When we match you, you literally can start coaching that next day, that same day. So, but that's what Ashlee is here for. She is responsible for all of that fun stuff, all of the operations. So if you have any questions about how this works, please reach out to Ashlee, and she'll be happy to answer any questions.
Absolutely. We can chat anytime.
We just went through this, opportunities for practicing coaches. So we have lots and lots of opportunities, but only for qualified coaches. And while certifications are wonderful, and a lot of our clients do look for that board certification, that is not necessary. So as long as you understand the scope of practice, as long as you graduated from a health coaching school and you have some sort of certification, you're definitely somebody that we can match with a new client. So let's get to what we some of the new updates that we have on the platform. We just had a release. I know this is always the exciting part, right? We just had a release last week, I believe, and we updated on our webpage, on the web platform, on the web application. You can now chat with support. So before that, you were able to only do that through the app, but now you can do that through the desktop version as well. So now you have it. And like I mentioned on the last town hall, most of the features are going to be in sync going forward. If they're not already, they're going to be in sync within the next couple of months. And then as we release new features, it's going to be step and step. So we release in a desktop, we release on the app. So it's going to be together. Yeah, reach out to our support team anytime. We've been getting a lot better with answering questions, a lot more timelier. We've been staffing up. So just reach out to us with any tech support questions that you have. We also updated our group and individual program view. So a lot of you, we've always had icons, and we've heard from a lot of you that you actually wanted them to say what they were. So chat, to-dos, goals, library. We heard you. It is now really clear. It is really like right at the top. The same icons that you've learned from using the platform, but now it's just an easier view that you can use. And this is both for group and individual programs. And again, we always listen to you guys. We always listen to the feedback that you give us. So, and this actually made the platform better. And I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. This platform was created for myself as a health coach, but I am not the one using it today. So it's you guys are using it today. So please let us know what we can do to make this your virtual home and how we can make it better for you. And recently we had a very fun first event with Ashlee. We had our marketing roundtable. So Ashlee, why don't you take it away and tell us what that was all about and some of the takeaways?
Yes, I would love to. So we had our marketing roundtable. We got to have some of our fabulous coaches come in. I got to chat with them and really lean into what works, what doesn't work as far as finding new clients and getting their name out there. So super excited for that. There will be more roundtables to come. So just a little hint, I'm really excited about those. More details later. But for this one, we did have a couple of takeaways for our coaches that were not able to attend. So we could kind of chat through and share those with you, and you could glean some of the wisdom that came out of our group. So, if we can hit the next slide, if you don't mind.
We're ready. Cool.
So, yes. So people want to work with people. Authenticity. Whew, haven't had my caffeine today. Can you tell? It's essential to marketing. So rule number 1, get caffeine. Rule number 2, be authentic. So show up as your genuine self, whether that is through your social media, through your emails, through in-person networking events. It's super important to just be you. Your clients want to connect with a person, right? So being able to show up in that way is essential. The second takeaway we had was to focus on the problems you can solve for your clients versus the actual steps in your program. Your clients want to know what benefit they're going to get out of it. So think something like, rev up your energy in 12 weeks or wake up refreshed, things like that versus improve your sleep, because they want to focus on the results they're going to get from the program. That seemed to be helpful for a lot of coaches. Another takeaway was that it's helpful as you're identifying your clients to think about where those ideal clients are in their days. So for instance, if you're looking to work with busy moms, you could partner with mom groups. Maybe there's play spaces in your town where the moms might be gathering and letting their kids play. Those could be natural partnerships that you could come in and then get to meet some of those potential clients in person. Another one is that, well, in person is great. Social media can be another component to that. And it's wonderful to keep in front of those potential clients and keep those connections going. But our coaches mentioned it can be tough to generate new clients from social media. And part of that is just that human connection, right? It's sometimes hard for us to form connections in a social media environment. So definitely has a place in your marketing queue, but may not be the primary source to bring in those new clients. And finally, our favorite tip and takeaway from it, don't waste money on Facebook ads. And this is not because I don't like Facebook. I personally use it for lots of stuff and it's great. But Facebook ads, as we found out from our roundtable, just were not a great source or use of funds for our coaches. So that was kind of our one of our takeaways, that as you're allotting your marketing funds and time and energy, Facebook ads may not be the way to go.
Yeah, that was definitely, I mean, we knew this, right, from experimenting as a company, but it was really great to get feedback from coaches as well, what it's like for them. But, I had the pleasure of sitting in on this. I joined a little bit later to this roundtable, but I was able to experience some of it. And it was really great to see people opening up and sharing with each other. Because like you said, authenticity and connection. And I just think we can all learn from each other. And then Ashlee and I got to talking, and it just inspired us on the other events that we can have. So I think we're going to have a series of these roundtables. And one of the things that we would love for you guys to do as you register for them, we'll maybe give like a little homework assignment. And again, nothing formal, just a little easy homework assignment. So when everybody comes in, we have something solid to talk about, and we can spend our time more wisely, just because everybody's time is so limited and we have so much respect for you spending it with us, and just want everybody to benefit.
Yeah, like everything we do, this was version 1.0, and each time we're going to take feedback, we're going to improve it, we're going to make it better, come back stronger. So I'm super grateful for the time that we had, and I really look forward to our next one. I know it's going to be really awesome to connect again.
Same.
But I'm just so excited about our next guest. I was just jumping ahead. I'm sorry.
I know. Go for it.
So surprise guest coming in. Super excited about it. She is a Mayo Clinic and MBHWC certified coach. She's been coaching for over 20 years. And she's also a Forbes published journalist, which I'm super excited about. So with that, I would love to introduce Sarah Hays Coomer.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Welcome.
Oh, you're muted.
Okay, there I am. Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you all for having me. It's really such a joy to see how you all are growing and helping support coaches. I'm really happy to be here to be part of it.
Thank you. Well, we're so excited to have you here with us. We met Sarah at our symposium, well, before the symposium last year, and she moderated a panel, and it was really fantastic. And we've been getting to know her ever since, and love reading your articles. But I would love if you can maybe, I mean, Sarah is one of the OGs of the industry. You've been practicing for what, like 20 years now? So much experience and so much know-how. So would love to hear a little bit of an introduction from yourself about yourself, because who better, right?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. First of all, I started out as a personal trainer about, it was 20 years ago. And I really found that most of the work that I really enjoyed and that I loved doing was working with special populations. So people that were struggling with anything from, changes in their bodies during pregnancy to obesity to concerns with aging and menopause and diseases, injuries, cancer, things like that. So I really, really enjoyed working with those special populations and found that the conversations we were having about behavior change and about motivation were really the most interesting to me. So I was just thrilled when the national board certification came through. So I ended up going to the Mayo Clinic and got certified through them as a health coach, and then went and got nationally board certified. And since then, I've been writing it's called Hey Health Coach, and it's at Forbes, and it's a bi-monthly, so it comes out every 2 weeks, and it's like an advice column for health coaching, which has been an interesting challenge to balance how, with coaching, you're really responding to what the client is saying. So doing that with only a very limited amount of information coming from the questioner or the reader has been really interesting for me to learn how to shape those answers in ways that let people mold them to their own lives and be applicable to more than just that one person. So so that's what I'm doing now. And I'm an author as well. I've got 3 books that I've published on these topics as well.
Sounds very busy.
And I'm coaching, actively coaching all the time. That's the heart of what I do. And I still love it very much.
When you started writing for Forbes, just curious, did you have a goal in mind of what you wanted to do with this column, or did that kind of just evolve organically?
Well, they asked me to pitch them, give me examples of 5 or 6 questions that people might ask and how you might address them and answer those. So, I think I really felt like there was no conversation happening on a major major publishing platforms about what health coaching is. So it was really important to me to help the public understand what coaching is and what kind of questions they can ask about physical well-being, dovetailing with this kind of mental health element of supporting forward motion, not in a therapeutic kind of a way, but to really help people understand those distinctions between like fitness trainer or nutritionist, health coach, and then therapist, and where a health coach sits in all of that.
That's fascinating. And the questions that usually come in, are they coming from health coaches? Are they coming from clients is it all across?
They're mostly just readers who have some kind of health challenge. So, we've had everything from, how can I help my kids eat healthier, to, I've got aches and pains and it's demotivating for exercising, or, during the pandemic, there was a lot of, the things I used to do aren't available to me anymore. What can I do now to take care of my diet or exercise, or, chronic issues that people are struggling with.
Yeah. And so it's usually, do the questions range across categories, or is it?
They do. Yeah. It's been really fun to be able to pick and choose. So we have really widely varying things. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, you definitely have your finger in a pulse. So we would love to hear some interesting news and updates from you as it relates to health coaching.
Yeah, so the first thing that happened this month, which was really exciting, was just that the national board released their jobs board. So, so many of the groups that I'm on Facebook and things like that are always talking about, they're trying to share information and which companies are hiring, and how can I find more clients, and how can if some people, really want to be W-2 employees and want to have that kind of security. And so the national board posted a new jobs board where companies are coming in and saying, we have these positions open, and you can just click a button and apply straight through there. And it's really, really convenient and wonderful. I do think you have to be nationally board certified to get access to that, but I'm not 100% positive about that. So that was the first one. And then New York City announced some really, really exciting news. They've launched a new lifestyle medicine benefit, basically, for any patients that are at 6 different hospitals throughout the New York City area. And they're providing dietitians and health coaches, in addition to education about, diet and exercise and things like that, for anyone who's struggling with any kind of chronic health situation. So the ones they mentioned were, heart disease, diabetes, prediabetes, obesity, things like that. So any patient who has any interaction with any of these hospitals will now have access to that, which to me is hopefully a precursor for what will happen, especially once codes are approved for insurance reimbursements here in the States. So I'm really, really hopeful, once you start to see New York City and Los Angeles and places like this starting to roll this out to the general population, that's where I think the industry is ultimately going. That's where I hope it's going. So I was really excited to see that come through.
Absolutely. And do you know if the state is hiring these coaches or the hospital's hiring them?
It's a city initiative.
Okay, city.
It's a city initiative, but I don't know. I mean, they are located, I believe, at the hospitals in the city. I didn't read anything about virtual coaching there.
Okay.
So I'm not sure who is actually the contact or who's doing the hiring there, but Rebecca, I don't know if Rebecca wants to maybe put the link to there's a great article about it that I shared.
We'll definitely share that.
Share that. Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's always exciting. Yeah. To see these opportunities where health coaches come in and they're part of that clinical team, even though we're a non-clinical position, right? It's really neat to see them integrated in that care team. So it's always big news when that happens.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm hoping to see that in every doctor's office nationwide eventually.
Definitely. Like we say, the future of health coaching is very bright. So looking forward to all the exciting happenings.
Yeah.
Amazing. So that's fantastic. Some interesting news with Sarah. We hope you'll come back and become a regular. And it's always fun having a conversation with you.
Well, it's a joy to be here. And I'm just really grateful that you all had me. And any coaches that have questions should feel free to reach out to me as well. I'm just at sarahhayscoomer.com.
And on the heels of that, I just wanted to announce that on June 13th, we're going to be hosting an event with Sarah for new coaches titled, "You Got Your Health Coach Certification, Now What?" We hear this question all the time. Health coaches not sure what to do. It's the now what phenomenon. And Sarah is so kind to be co-hosting this with us and sharing some of her expertise from the years and experience that she's had. So thank you so much. And we hope to see all of you join us on June 13th.
Absolutely. Well, I'm really excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, Sarah. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks.
And then on the heels of that, on June 29th, we're going to have a webinar with Ashlee, and it's going to be the imposter syndrome. I don't know, Ashlee, do you want to talk a little bit more about that?
Sure. I'm always excited to talk about imposter syndrome because I think so many of us feel it. We get out there and we're like, man, I understand health coaching, but getting in and actually diving in and doing health coaching, because maybe we think my exercise routine isn't perfect, or I don't eat perfectly all the time. Like, how can I go in and help someone with this? Or my sleep, I'm only getting 6 hours because I have young kids. How am I supposed to coach someone on sleep? So we all struggle with bits of that. And so getting in and diving in and chatting with what is imposter syndrome? How do we overcome it? How do we deal with it? What are the actual positives that come out of that? Because yes, there is a positive side. So there's a little hint to what we're going to discuss. So I'm really excited for it. We're going to dive into it. We'll have some chat that will come out of that as well. So I hope everybody can make it. I think it's something we can all benefit from leaning on each other and talking about.
Absolutely. I mean, it's great when seasoned coaches come on the platform and they work with their established client base, and it's fantastic, right? But we want to help those who are just starting out, who just graduated, who are not really sure what the next steps are. We're here to help. And the ones who have been practicing for a while, definitely welcome your opinions and your expertise as well. So come and please share with us what you've learned from going through the same trials that these new coaches are going through. So
Absolutely.
mentorship is huge for us. Actually, that reminds me, a little mentorship announcement. So a lot of coaches, when they sign up to the platform, we always ask the question, if you're interested in being a mentor. And a lot of you click yes, but we are going to do a little bit of a cleanup. And what I mean by that, we want to make sure that those of you who did say yes, definitely have the time to dedicate to the new coaches who have some questions. Because we want this to be widely available to the community. We want to make sure that you're not inundated with, the mentors are not inundated with questions at the time that they don't have the time to answer them. And we also want to make sure that the coaches who are asking the questions are taken care of. So we're going to be asking you some questions. Please expect an email from us in the next couple of weeks. And it's more going to be about your time, about what you can offer. And if you can, it's a really short questionnaire. It's it's not even 10 questions, I don't think.
I don't think so. I think it's 8 maybe.
Yeah, exactly. We try to keep it like really short. So please answer and get back to us, and we'll just make sure to match you with a mentee that you can truly help. And then another little announcement, we always talk about YourCoach being your virtual home. So we would love your help. We have focus groups all the time, and we're running focus groups on our goals feature. And right now we're talking about user experience. So if you're currently coaching and using the goals feature in the group coaching setting and have set up at least 2 long-term goals for clients, please reach out to us. Or if you're currently coaching but have not used the goals feature and have not set up any goals, please reach out to us as well. And there is an Amazon gift card as a little reward from us for those participating. This will not take more than 20 to 30 minutes of your time. And we would really appreciate the help, and you get to help in making this platform even better. So thank you for that. Now, my favorite part, and I hope Ashlee's too, because now we're going to chat. So any questions, any questions that you guys have for us? Would love to hear them.
We also had some questions submitted.
Okay, fantastic.
New voice here. Hi, everyone. So we had a few questions coming in the Q&A, but I also had some questions asked in the community chat. So the first one is, can anybody get clients when they sign up to the platform?
So you can bring your own clients onto the platform, but in order to get clients from us, you have to be a practicing coach. It's a perk that coaches earn. So again, not a directory. We don't have a list of 500 coaches that clients can connect with. It's a perk for those that are practicing. So, and again, by practicing, it's the things that you do every day anyway. It's chatting with your clients, it's having video sessions, setting tasks and goals and to-dos, and just having that interactive relationship. And then through that, you can get qualified for new client opportunities through us. So can anybody get matched? Absolutely. But you do have to put a little work into it.
Yeah, and I think we have a blog coming up that's going to kind of walk through that in a little bit more detail, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to have a blog on perks, tiers, and perks, because we do have our gamified pricing model as well, where the more you practice, the less you pay. I know, crazy, but we're going to do a little bit more explanation on that. And there's also a really fun document that's going to be in everybody's toolbox now, in their folder, that's going to explain our point system.
So I think, Marina, you just answered the next question. The next question is, do I get charged if I bring on more than a certain number of my own clients to the platform?
No, so we definitely don't charge you for per client or how many clients you have. So there is a flat fee for the platform. And then when you start and you pay this fee, so the platform starts at $40 a month. But when you first sign on, you get 2 individual program and 1 group program for free to try out the platform. So during that time, while you're trying it out, your price is already going down because you're earning those points by practicing with your clients. So by the time people start paying for the platform, it's already around $25 to $30. So nobody ever pays the $40 a month. And then you have all the same features for that 25 as you get when the price gets down to $10, the more you practice. So it's everything included, and we actually reward you for having more clients.
Sounds like a win-win situation.
You know what I realize what I sound like, and I'm totally gonna age myself here. There was this commercial for Crazy Eddie's. Like back in the day, he was selling like electronics, and he was like, the prices keep going down. And I feel like that's what I sound like every time I talk about the price of the platform going down.
I am not aware of this, but I'll check it out.
Totally, do not check it out. I totally just aged myself. Do not check it out.
Great. The next question is, if there is an option to do a program or a package without an end date. I know a lot of coaches been asking that in the past couple of weeks. So
yes, they've actually been asking this for the past couple of months. It's been a while. Yes, so that's coming. The evergreen programs, they're coming, and that we're going to be releasing them. I want to say at the end of this month. If not at the end of May, it's going to be right in the beginning of June. So that's coming very, very soon.
Great news. What are some of the new features that are coming?
So we're gonna have we're gonna have a release in about a week to 2 weeks. I'm not sure of the exact date yet, because that also depends on when the app gets through in the app store. So not everything depends on us, but you're gonna have the ability to pause your program. So events happen, things happen. Sometimes you go on vacation, sometimes emergencies happen, and you're not gonna have the opportunity to pause the programs, so they don't continue without you. And there's also going to be an opportunity to extend your programs, because sometimes clients just don't want to leave. They're having too much fun and you don't want to create a new program. So now you're going to have the ability to extend an existing one. So those are the two new exciting features and some minor interface improvements.
Amazing. I think the next question that I see a lot, but this one may be, I just try to arrange them so it makes logical sense. Sorry. So the next one is if people can check out some of the functionalities on the platform or tutorials, maybe before they come on board or download YourCoach. Is there a possibility?
Rebecca, I'm going to leave that one to you. Is there a possibility for tutorials?
There is a possibility, and I would just drop it in the chat. If you are signed up to the platform, and you can log into to your desktop, and
you actually don't need to log in. You actually don't need to log in. This link works without logging in.
Yeah, that would have been my next thing to say. If you are not on the platform, it works anyway. But if you're on the platform, it's just on the left-hand side, the very last little icon. It's named tutorials. If you're not on the platform but want to check it out, this link works on its own anyway. So I'm just gonna pop it in the chat.
I just wanted to say I just popped into the chat. Sarah, thank you so much. She remembers Crazy Eddie. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Beautiful. And the tutorials, I just linked it. And I guess the last question was if we are releasing our health coaching report soon. I know we've been posting about that a lot.
Yes. We just had our marketing call this afternoon and it's all hands on deck. We've got so much exciting feedback from a lot of industry experts and health coaching schools. And we just want to organize all of that with the information we have already. So yes, the report is coming very, very soon. I want to say, so right now we're targeting mid-June release. We're on target for that date. So I'm just going to go with that, mid-June. You guys can hold me to it.
Beautiful. For those of you who don't know, our health coaching, we released a health coaching report in 2020, and this is going to be volume 2, where we update a lot of the information. A lot has changed in the last 2 years. So I think it's a very comprehensive document. If you want to read it yourself, or if you want to educate other people about health coaching, this one is for you.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things have changed in the industry, but also when we released version 1.0, we were babies. We were just starting out in health coaching. We were just starting out to build YourCoach. So we have learned so much from all the industry experts, all the conversations we've had, the conversations with all of you. So this one is going to be a lot more comprehensive, and I'm super excited for it. It's really great.
Beautiful. I think that was the last question we had, unless anybody wants to drop anything else in the chat or the Q&A for now.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that was a lot of fun. Don't forget to connect with us. Now I sound like an advertisement. Don't forget to connect.
I'm just all fine until you're but wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. Exactly. That's another thing we talked about in the roundtable, right? Like when people have those specials, normally it's just $2,000, but today you get it for $997. $9.
Maybe Crazy Eddie will jump on the camera in a minute.
You know what? That's a good. Maybe we can get Crazy Eddie for our symposium next year. I think he might be there.
I think it would be great.
Anymore. No, we're not talking about this. But anyway, it's as always, it's so fun to connect with all of you. Thank you so much for the questions, Ashlee. Always great to chat with you. Can do this all day long. Sarah, thank you so much for coming and joining us. And again, reach out to us if you have any questions about our community, about anything that YourCoach is and does and opportunities, you can reach out to Rebecca about the community events. Rebecca at YourCoach.health. You can reach out to Ashlee at Ashlee@YourCoach.health about anything to do with health coaching opportunities. You can always reach out to me as well for any tech-related questions, support@YourCoach.health, or that support button that's now on the web and app. But we're always excited to connect with you. And if you have any ideas of what we can do better for our next event, our next webinar, our next town hall, we're always happy to listen and take all of that into consideration. So thank you all so much. And we'll talk to all of you soon. Thank you.